Hello, everyone. I'm Thom Robertson, and when this coronavirus disruption started, I just bought a beef jerky variety pack. So I started this vlog to eat some and talk a lot about it. Well, I finished that bag, and vast numbers of fans responded, and by that I mean my wife and a few friends. So, by hugely popular acclaim, I've procured more beef jerky variety packs, and I'm going to eat more and make more videos while I do it. Why? Because it's stupid and silly and funny. Here it is, the 23rd of April. Good grief, the 23rd of April, late April. Still pretty cold here in Ohio. Still locked down with the coronavirus. So let's keep our minds off it by talking about things like all the time when I do this video now, I show a video game image and talk about what it means to me as a video game designer and developer. And today I'm going to show you this screenshot from a brand new game called Exapunks. Exapunks. So punks, Exapunks. Um, it's a game that teaches you how to program. And it's interesting because the guy and company who make this game has made a lot of games. The company is named Zachtronics, after a guy named Zach, I guess. And he is an indie game developer like me, but he's carved himself out a niche of making video games that teach you how to program. And this is no exception. It has an interesting story about hacking, and it lets you program little hackbots to go out across the network and modify files and get free pizza, which is the mission I just completed. Um, it's kind of fun, but it's very much a puzzle game, and it's also all these games now are the kind of games where I feel personally I'm not sure that I can judge this accurately because of who I am, a veteran computer programmer. So in a lot of sense, I don't know that Exapunks was made for me. On the other hand, the cool thing about Exapunks and several other of his games is that once you program a solution to his puzzle, it actually reaches out to the internet and shows you statistics. It shows you how many people did it better than you. And frankly, when I look at the results of all of the puzzles I do on this game, most people do it better than me. So look at me being a hoity-toity expert programmer, right? Not. So there's always something to learn, I suppose. I think it's actually quite interesting that this kind of game of programming robots has been around for a very, very long time. In ancient days, there was a kind of a open source mainframe kind of game uh, called C Robots. There was also an old Commodore 64 and Apple II game where you had tanks that you could program to blow each other up. Me and a buddy worked on that and beat it and had fun. Um, Interestingly enough, C Robots is arguably how I got my first job in video game industry. Um, I think it's an interesting story, especially for young developers who are just starting out, because it's certainly my story of how I got into the video game industry. If you're interested in hearing that story in detail, comment. Tell me, yeah, Thom, tell us all about how C Robots got you your first job in the video game industry, and I will enlighten you. So, so anyway, yeah, I wanted to show you this game and talk about the fact that it exists, and there's an indie guy who specializes in these games, and he's gotten really good at it. And if you're at all interested, check out Zachtronics and Exapunks. All right, now let's go to the main event, which is Jerky. Why wouldn't it be? It's right in the title. And today we're gonna play it safe because this last time we were a little on the hot and yucky side, and play with this is Aufschnitz teriyaki beef jerky. I expect this to be perfectly middle of the road. I expect this to be okay and not challenging in any way. It's not like some of the other stuff I had in the earlier things, so I'm expecting better than meh. But I'm also, not expecting to be unpleasantly surprised. Um, my wife, when I was showing the video yesterday of me biting into the hot chili pepperish um, jerky, she scoffed me something fierce. Because a lot of people love to eat raw chili peppers. I'm just, it's just me. It's not everybody who goes yuck when, that. So I may have gone yuck a lot, but that doesn't mean you will. At any rate, this is the teriyaki beef jerky from Auschwitz. I'm going to have it now. I was expecting not to be surprised, and that's exactly what I got. I gotta say, it is tiniest bit spicier than I expected, but not in a burning way, just enough. Um, so I definitely can't give it a 0 out of 10 just because it's a little bit more flavorful than some other teriyaki I've had. Having said that, it's not very teriyaki. I mean, it's mostly beef jerky. I think it's a little bit sweeter, and that's where you can, okay, it's teriyaki. But in any case, good middle of the road jerky. The kind you can mindlessly eat all day. All right. Um, the only bit in the mailbag has to do with the fact that I talked a lot about um, procedural generation in a previous video, also known as Procgen, and and my good buddy Doug posted a video of somebody who had done a really cool script that built robots, 3D robots inside the Blender 3D editing software. And the cool thing, as it was shown there, is that it was very procedural. You could throw a bunch of numbers at it and generate a bunch of robots, which is exactly the kind of thing I love to do. But that's the guy who did it. If anybody's very interested in that, wants a link, comment, and I'll certainly give you the link to that information about that procedurally generated robots in Blender. Because I mean, Doug gave it to me, so I'm happy to give it to you. All right. Well, like I said, perfectly middle of the road. Nothing bad, nothing good, and in fact, not bad. Um, Teriyaki beef jerky from Auschwitz. That's what we had today. Thanks for being with me, and I'll see you next time.